Hello good people, welcome back to the All Abroad YouTube channel. If it is your first time here, please click on subscribe, click on the notification tab, and by clicking on the notification tab, every time we do the not live stream, you can come and join all the regulars and chat live, which is a whole lot of fun. Don't forget to also smash that like button. Now I'm here, all our regulars know already, but I'll tell you because you're new here. I'm on a Japanese ferry at the moment. This is the third company I have been on and the final company I have been on. I'm heading towards Tokyo now. It doesn't go all the way into Tokyo, but where the boat finishes, I'm basically going to be catching a 3-hour train ride and heading out to the airport and going home. But like with the other ferries, I thought I would show you in this ferry as well. But this ferry's much smaller. There's not as many facilities on this ferry. However, this ferry is much newer. So I'll show you around. I'll try to take it a little slow because we don't have much to cover in an awfully long time, unfortunately. So I guess I'll just turn the camera around and talk to you as we go along. If I sound or look rather relaxed, not with my glasses on, it's because I've just had a beautiful hot onsen, and because it's daylight at the moment, you're sitting in this natural hot spring looking out the window at the ocean. It's kind of crazy. Now with all Japanese places, not just boats, they have a huge selection of recycling. And it's kind of a game as well, I guess. You could throw your rubbish at the bin and see what hole it goes in. Different holes for different things. You have the women's toilet next to that, of course, and the men's toilet up here. Now, I'll go in and if there's someone in here, I'll go in and show you the toilets, because toilets and the cleanliness of the toilets kind of gives you an idea of how clean the boat's going to be. And we've been on the boat now for nearly 24 hours. And even the toilets are still very clean. The hand dryer's there. I was wondering what this thing was. I wasn't too sure because it's been on all the other boats. This is a sink. How unusual. The toilets, as per usual with Japanese stuff, is the electronic toilets. These ones are pretty good though, because I'll turn the camera on me because I'm sure you don't want to see in a toilet, but this one even has sound in it. So if you're making noises and you don't want people to hear, you can press this button. And randomly hear the sound of, is that water? I don't know. What does that sound? I would prefer people to hear me bugling and doing all my business and than listening to that noise. Quite off-putting, really. Anyway, so that was the toilets. Like with anything in Japan, it's perfectly safe here to leave your things around. I've left my camera around here, my computer around here, no one touched it. Which surprises me that on this boat especially, you have a massive selection of lockers that you have to pay for. I'm not quite sure. The only thing I can think of, it's a younger crowd on this ferry. The other ferries seem to be older people. They're very younger people on this ferry, so maybe it's just the sign of the times, you know. Younger people don't have as much trust. Or younger people can't be trusted, I don't know. But here is something pretty cool and unusual. I've seen a lot of things in Japan, but I haven't seen this. What do you think this is, everybody? Try guess while I do up my belt with one hand, because trust me, I don't want my pants falling down while we're doing the tour. This is, believe it or not, a paid fridge, so you can have your own little fridge compartment in there. It's nice, icy cold. It's going to cost you 100 yen, but that's yours. Not quite sure why you would want to use it, but that's just all Japan all over. You got the vending machines. And these are not private rooms. In here you have the capsules for all the guests. Alright, let's start with a view out the window. Start at the very front of the boat. And then we'll make our way through. Cool little porthole. Did you notice that? I had to balance the cam with the selfie stick in my mouth while I did my belt up. Anyway, this is the beginning of the boat. You have a lift here, of course, as all the boats have, and an escalator to come into the boat. So when you come in, the TV behind us here has all tourist information, everything on it. You know, welcome to the boat, glad you're here, the whole works. And an explanation of your ticket. So our ticket was different to all the other tickets. This particular boat, we had an electronic card given to us, which is going to be a great souvenir. You see the room number on there, and where we're all going. Now this ship has a lot, and I mean a lot, of safety procedure signs on it everywhere, and I couldn't figure out why there were so many warnings. They are literally everywhere on this boat. And I think the reason is we are, even as we speak, floating past Fukushima. You'd all know about Fukushima, where the big massive tsunami and that happened. And as you can see, we're quite close to the shore. We're pretty close to the shore. So this must be really, possibly very treacherous waters, and so therefore they have to have the warnings up there, especially after everything that had happened. In fact, here's where we are now. So we're past Sendai. Oh, I don't know if you can see on the TV screen. We're passing Fukushima at the moment, heading to our final destination. That's our captain, chief engineer, navigator, and another captain. Telephone. Payphone. You can also pay with your Suica card. If you come here, your public transport card, you can tap onto the phone there. You got a change machine, however. If you want a change machine and a variety, if we scroll down, there you go, of brochures. And this boat has more of a, I don't know, a shopping centre or a budget hotel look about it, which is pretty cool. If we come here, in fact, you can even see upstairs to the little balcony area, which we will be too, he says. I recorded this last night to start with, and my tongue wasn't working like it was then for the whole video, so I decided to re-record it again now, and it seems my tongue still isn't working. I think too many days at sea. This boat's got all your first aid equipment here. It's got wheelchairs. Now, I don't think I saw wheelchairs on the other boat. Information kiosk. And like every good Japanese place, building, whatever, you have a massive souvenir and food shop. It's got everything you can imagine. You've got toy boats up here, you've got t-shirts, socks. Miss Kitty's a big thing in Japan, so they've got the Miss Kitty with the boat. Captain's hat. In the freezer over here there's fish, if you want some fish. I guess that's why you would hire the little fridge for, with your fridge. You can make if we turn the cam, thank you Mr. Cam, we've got the little coin making machine that you buy your souvenir medallion, stick it in there and you can engrave your name. All your toiletries, if you want to buy some toiletries, if you never got them, which is pretty good. You know, you've got the single-use toothbrush and toothpaste. You've got all your cloths and alcohol, spirits. And in here, I don't know if you can see it, I'll show you on the poster when we go outside. This is a blue beer. The beer is blue. Looking for a picture, there we go, the beer is actually blue in colour. Go figure. Got the snacks happening. All your lollies and confection items. Or if you do want to cook something yourself, there is a cooking facility which I'll show you. You can buy You can buy cooking stuff, and then these, of course, are the souvenirs which I was mentioning to you, that when you go visit somebody in Japan, you take them a little gift. And some of them are pretty good. I mean, with the Olympics coming up at the moment, you've got this sort of thing, which is nice. The biscuits in the souvenir little container. And they're quite affordable, really. So, you know, while you're here, buy some stuff. That's what I say. I just turned the cam on me then because somebody was walking straight to the camera, and I thought, oh, I don't want to have them on the camera. They might get upset. Different colour beers. So you've got the blue, which you saw. You got the normal looking beer. You got the ale. I guess that's the ale colour. But look, you got red, green, and pink. Select your colour of beer. No, we don't encourage drinking on the channel. Oh, these guys are they're gonna dress up, or maybe not. So you can dress up in the captain's uniform, go up there, have your little photo taken. You want me to do it, don't you? You really want me to do it. Let's put the cam where you can see it. Okay. Aha. Can we do this with one hand? We're gonna try. Where's the boat? The boat's somewhere behind me there. I can't see on the Osmo Pocket. The screen is so small, and it's not that way. Ah, it's not that way! Gosh, what's going on here? You now know why I don't work for Hollywood making movies. I'm useless with the camera, but hey everybody, welcome to the All Abroad YouTube channel, and welcome to the Japanese Ferries, and keep an eye out on the channel because coming up in March we've got a proper video on the ferry system, so yeah, do keep an eye out. Something cool though, you can get a little photo on here, a little souvenir. Taking the jacket off. While I try hang it up, you can just have a look over there. That's going to be the children's area. So all boats have a little play area for the kiddie winks. We won't go in there because there's children in there at the moment. But there's a little TV where they can watch cartoons and bits and pieces. There's little rubbery things that they can play with. You know what I mean? Rubbery, foamy things. You got the onsen here. This is the males is blue, the females is red, and it's the bathing area, of course. Can't take you in there. You already know why. I think if you don't know why, there's very many naked people in there, and they won't be very happy. You can buy yourself an ice cream. You can buy yourself a cool drink. You can buy yourself some water, or you can buy yourself some alcohol from the vending machines in Japan. And alcohol's so cheap in Japan. If you like to drink, I don't drink really, but if you do like to drink, you can really have an affordable time in Japan. Looking around here, you've got the massage chairs, 3 of them. The dreaded, horrible smoking rooms. Whoa. The problem with these smoking rooms on this particular ferry as well is this is not a window. This is just a wire mesh. The air's coming through, so the smell is coming through. Not pleasant. Now I must say this boat is handling the smell of smoke better than the other ones. The pet room. Like the other ferries, you could bring your dog or cat or animal. There's some little cages there if you want to put them in the cage. And then if we come outside, oh, it's so cold out here. This is the little play area for the doggies. That's pretty cool, isn't it? They've got a little paddle bath over there that they can go in, little onsen. They've got their drinking water, the run mats. Pretty cool. Welcome to Fukushima. If you're wondering where the power plant is, the one that was hit by a tsunami, basically in a straight line from here, I don't know if you can see it, that little white section directly in front of us on the cam, that was the Fukushima power plant. So we did cruise past it, very close. Got the lifeboats happening. I believe that here also is where the helicopter lands if it needs to. All the mechanical doovies. Look at the smoke from the chimney showing up on the deck. I hope you can see that. When you turn around you can't see it. It's sorry for the wind, I haven't got the wind guard on. Ah! I can't have the wind guard on with the microphone because if I do, then I can't have the selfie stick on. It's like one or the other. So apologies for the wind. And I wonder why, when you look at the ground, you can see the smoke and the pollution and everything. Yet when you look up, you see nothing coming out of the chimney. If you know the scientific reasoning behind it all, because I certainly don't, let us know in the live chat or the comment box. That would be really appreciated. That's a pet room as well there. We've got a baby room. Shows you how modern this boat is. They've got a baby room. So in here you got your little change tables. Cold and hot water. Little microwave oven up the top there. Is that really hot water? Wow, I wanted hot water. Fantastic. And then in here, if it's empty, and it is, there's just a little chair and table in there for Mummy and Bubby to have some private time if they want some private time. Anything out the window to see? Oh, there's a little porthole there. If we can make the cam go up a little. There we go. So Mum and Babe can look out the porthole if they so desire. This has its own separate air conditioner and heater in, so you can set it to whatever you like. Whatever makes Bub more comfortable. More vending machines. I think there's more vending machines on this particular ferry than what there is passengers. The women's onsen, as I was mentioning, which is the red, which is shown in the sign there. The laundry room. Pretty good that you can do your laundry in these boats. I never realised you could till the other day, and was pleasantly surprised with washers and dryers. Change machine in here as well. Now it's time to go up the grand staircase, which isn't that grand, just a staircase. So if you have watched the other videos on the other ferries, you can see that this is worlds apart from the others. Definitely much newer, much more modern. What do we got here? The cafe. Coffee is 300 yen. Is that Is that 300 yen with toast? Surely not. I don't know. So this is part of the restaurant, but you have to be a restaurant guest to eat in here. Where the other boats, they let you go in like the restaurant area to sit down and just do your thing. Here, they want you to be a restaurant guest, a paid restaurant guest, which I'll show you how to do that very soon. The hot drinks from the drink bar, tea, coffee, yada yada yada. This will be green tea. Another drink bar straight ahead. With your fizzies, or your fizzy drinks. Pretty big restaurant area. Obviously, at some point, these boats do get busy. I haven't seen a busy boat yet, so they planned for them to get busy and they never do, and it was a marketing disaster, or I'm here at off-season. I don't know. I think it's bad marketing, to tell you the truth. Nobody I've ever spoke to knows about this. This is where you put your dirty dishes, because after you've eaten in Japan, you clean up after yourself. So everyone does. They bring their dishes in here, they stack it there, and the cleaner will take it away in due course. And then this is obviously the buffet area, which has nothing in it at the moment. There's going to be lunch and that a bit later. Hello! More drink machines. Because why would you not want more drink machines? They have so many drink machines here. Hello! Oh, what have you got there? Toast! That is so big! It's massive! Wow. How much is toast and coffee? 500 yen. There you go, so toast and coffee, 500 yen if you want toast and coffee. Thank you. And the way you order the food is through these. They have all these staff in Japan, it really amazes me. There's people standing everywhere, you just saw it, yet you have to order via the machine. So you press whatever you want, comes up with the price. I have no idea what I'm pressing. We'll just move away from that machine. More portholes to look out of. And this is a snack machine, which I know I shouldn't sound so excited about, but do you know how many snack machines you see in Japan? Hardly any. They've got vending machines for everything you could possibly think of. You can even buy a car in a vending machine, I kid you not. You can have a homemade a pizza made in the vending machines. You can buy toys, telephones, literally anything. But snacks is really rare to see a snack machine in Japan. So if you want to see a snack machine, come on a Japanese ferry. You know you want to. I told you there's lots of safety things. There's more going on here. It must be rough old country. This is nice. Relaxing here. Beautiful view. Over here as well, we got more information. And out of all the ferries I've been on as well, I don't know if it's just of the water we're travelling in at the moment. Though in saying that, the water has looked pretty rough before, but this seems to be the smoothest ferry I've been on, and the one that I have not really heard the motor. When I was sleeping on all the others, you could hear the boom, 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 and you could sort of feel it. This one you couldn't, and even when the waves have got pretty big out there, we've stayed relatively smooth, so it might be because it is a new ferry. I've really got no idea. you will never guess what is on the other side of this cam. More vending machines! I told you, there's more vending machines in this boat than passengers. More safety cards, more recycle bins. Another one of those pesky smoking areas. They really need to ban smoking in Japan. It's a stinky thing. And a games room. With a variety of pokie machines. Skill testers. Win some watches in that one. I dare say the watches aren't very good. Had to adjust my belt again. I don't know why. Could be I'm losing weight on the boat. I don't know. So this is deck number 2. Pretty much like deck number 1, really. You thought that was windy. I reckon it's going to be super windy on this other side. Hard to believe that massive tsunami happened in this water right here. Whoa! Very windy! It's windy! And noisy! This door's closed! Ah! There was a announcement there when we were near the motors, and I couldn't hear it. They were most probably saying, "Danger! Tsunami coming! Get out the way!" Or I don't know. They could have been saying anything. Ah, she's still telling everyone. It must be important if they keep telling you. That's my theory. Though in saying that, she did say a message about the restaurant before, and I know that because she kept saying restaurant. That was the only English word she said. And I think she was just saying it's open for breakfast, but she said it so many times. It's like, yeah, alright, got the hint. Restaurant open. Here you got, on every floor you got a microwave, cold water, hot water. The hot water may not be as hot as what you like, so stick it in the microwave. That's what I did. And as we go up, that's a door that we couldn't go in. As we go up, we get into the more expensive rooms, which of course we can't see in, but you know they're more expensive because you got to put your key in the door, see? Yeah. Must tell you as well, you are seeing correct up here. This boat, unlike the last boat, has Wi-Fi. So the first boat had Wi-Fi, the first ferry, and the Wi-Fi was pretty good. I mean, it did drop out when we were in some pretty secluded locations, as you would expect. This boat has Wi-Fi, but the boat we caught yesterday did not. Well, they did, but you had to pay for it. And I wasn't paying the amount of money they wanted for not good Wi-Fi, because you're not going to get good Wi-Fi in the ocean, are you? It's just not going to happen. And I know that for a fact because I was trying to upload a YouTube video and it just wasn't happening. 1% took several hours, so I gave up. So more rooms down there, more of the private rooms. You got the sick bags here if you want a chunder. We use all the classy language on the All Abroad channel. So we're back at the restaurant. Going up to 7A01 and 7A21. For ladies and gentlemen, we have more warnings up here for the passengers with a lot of money. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, not only can you tell from the little key slotty thing on the door, but you can tell from the door that we are now in a different league. For if this boat was to hit an iceberg, these are the people that would be saved first. I'm in steerage, so I'd be going last. In fact, they've been giving warning announcements all throughout the boat, and that's why I say I think this water is just so very, very dangerous that they have to do it. Or after the tsunami, it was a new government regulation where they had to warn people, I don't know, but they've been giving English warnings in the boat as well as Japanese, and the English warnings are, look, if we do need to evacuate, this is what's going to happen. And it's elderly first, it's women, it's babies, they're the ones going first, so, you know, don't push, don't shove, step back. And and it's the same principle as what was on the Titanic, sure, a bit archaic. You might think in 2020, oh, that's a nice lift floor. Well, I mean, is it archaic to let the women and children first? I mean, generally I would automatically let the women and children go first, but for them to physically tell you, it just seemed a bit odd. Another microwave in that, another smoking room. And top deck with the chimney thingy. There's water out here and my feet just got wet. Damn you, water! Damn you! Okay. So that is the whole boat. The only thing I haven't shown you is the accommodation I'm in, and the reason why I didn't want to show you at the beginning was I knew that this video would be so short otherwise, that I thought we'll do the whole boat, we'll go right up to the top. We're on level 7 now, because the first 4 floors, of course, are the cars and the trucks underneath. I thought we'll get right to the top, then I'll walk you all the way to the bottom again, down to my room, and then show you my room, just to spend that little bit of extra time while we're trying to fill up the whole not live stream time frame that we try and aim for. We're 33 minutes now. I don't think it's going to take 37 minutes? No, 27 minutes. Yeah. To walk down to my room and show you my room. I must say I am a little bit hungry. The budget, though, is at rock bottom now. This is the last day here. I fly out tomorrow, but I'm heading straight to the airport tonight. When I'm at the airport, I'll be able to get something to eat there. But I don't want to be wasting the money here until I know I'm at the airport, because the public transport options from where this ferry ends, there is a a cheaper, expensive option, and then there is an expensive option. And just in case I catch the wrong transport by mistake, I want to have enough money to cover me. Does that make sense? But then when I get to the airport, I should have some extra funds. My room's down there. But what have we got here? A multifunctional toilet shower. So this would be for the disabled people, obviously. And it is. That's great. Oh, that's good. Really catering for the disabled in this one. Just shows you how modern it is. It's really cool. It says the battery's going to die. But that's okay. I'm near my room, so if it does die, I can put a little bit of charge in it. We can get it all going again. Now, each one of these rooms have a number of capsules in them. That's what I'm sleeping in, the capsule. It was pretty comfy. Out of all the capsules I've slept in the ferry system in Japan, I would say this one is the best. The facilities on this boat is the less, so it's the worst. But you have a TV in your capsule. So this is how they all come. And then if you see down here in the capsule, they give you your blanket, your doona, your pillow. There's a little place up there to put your drink. You got a light, you got a remote control. And the remote control, of course, is for the television. So that's the end of the tour of this boat. I knew that it wasn't going to take an hour to show you this, so I recorded a video the other day which was supposed to be a not so live stream, but it definitely didn't run long enough, so I'm going to add that to this video, and we're going to continue on, but we're going to be outside now travelling to the ferry, so enjoy. I do hope the camera is really picking up that bridge. It is ginormous, amazing. I certainly know our moderator lives in Melbourne, Australia, and I can tell him that the Westgate Bridge would pretty much fit under that. It is a massive bridge. Sorry everybody for the clicking on the cam. I'm just using handheld at the moment, and I thought I would do a not quite live stream. When I got off the ferry this morning, I ended up battling buses and trains and everything to get to where I was going, and that was the train museum. You saw that in the previous episodes. Google Maps seemed to be playing up. I mean, it got me there this morning, but it was saying it was the only option. So when I left there, I typed in Google Maps again and it said walk. And I thought, oh, this can't be right. It's showing me it's very, very close, and it can't be. And I just, it took me down some roads that haven't been used for like a million years, I'm sure. Very, very overgrown with grass and all sorts of stuff. And I thought, no, this cannot be right, but it is. If I turn the camera around, there we go. There's a boat. There's a ferry. I'm guessing that's it. Over there, that red bridge, that's where the train took us. So the bus took us to the train that then took us over there to the Railway Museum. And in total, it was well over 1,000 yen when I could have just walked. But you live and learn. Anyway, I'm just going to put an attachment into the cam to try and make it a bit easier so I don't have to click, click, click all the time. Because I know that click, click, click annoys... Well, it annoys me, so I dare say it annoys you. So I could have saved over 1,000 yen if Google Maps was not playing up. It also makes Nagoya not a bad place for the ferry terminal, where, and you'll see when we get down there, it looked very industrial and very out of the way of everywhere. You thought, wow, you know, this is going to be a nightmare to try and get anywhere. But if you walk to that building behind me, that's the end of the train line, and that train line takes you into the city. So there you go. I'm not saying walk if you have a lot of luggage. Maybe just due to the location, I'd say, well, I know for a fact from Google Maps it's only a 1.5 kilometres away, or less in fact. That was 1.5 kilometres with the walkways and everything I did. I can say to you on this one and only occasion to grab a taxi, grab a cab, because it will cost a cab, in fact, back there from the ferry to there, I think would actually have cost less than public transport. So there you go, you live and learn. You live and learn on these things. I had to walk back because I have now officially run out of money, and I was expecting a very, very long walk. Well, as you consider, over, if you can see behind me there, that tower and those grey buildings, the bus took us way past there. So I had to backtrack, in fact, go all the way down there, catch a train to come all the way back again. There's a ship. Gonna be on it for another 2 days. It's not bad on there. It's got a couple of little faults. But as I've said in previous videos and everything about it, the faults are so minor, but everything in Japan is so perfect that the real minor things stand out a whole lot more. Especially when they could fix them so very, very easy. One of the things I suggested was just having a shuttle bus running. And you see it's not far, the ferry's there, the train station's there. It would cost them nothing. Even if one of the staff members on board, because there's staff members on board that only work certain times. For example, the guy that plays the piano, he doesn't work full shifts. He plays the piano twice a day, and that's his job. If, obviously, he's got a Japanese license, if he could drive like a 12-seater van from the ferry to the train there, that fixes one of the problems. And they can put the van on the ferry, because the ferry is, as you see, loading up now with trucks and cars and everything. It's a vehicle ferry, so it would cost them nothing apart from the space of one little van to make the service 1 billion times better. So that's one thing that I'm going to certainly suggest to them on a email. They most probably won't read it, or if they do, they try and Google Translate the email, and of course it doesn't work, so they get confused. And I know what you're saying, well, why don't you send your email in Japanese? Well, I'd have to use Google Translate as well, which means by the time it got to them, it wouldn't mean the same thing anyway. But it's worth a try, I think, because if you spent a few weeks doing this, coming, stopping off, maybe staying in, Nagoya overnight before you catch the next ferry and everything, or a couple of nights and then go to the next port, it's a pretty cool way to travel. It's certainly not a mini ship by any means. It's a fantastic shot. Fantastic. The other problem, see, there's a bus now, you just missed the bus is going round. You fools! You paid over 1,000 yen, you could have walked! The other problem is the smoking on here. The other boat never had, well, it had smokers on there, but there was no stench of cigarette smell. On this one there is, but I realised by looking that the smoking areas, the doors on the smoking areas in this boat, the bottom bit of the door doesn't go to the floor. So it has a door to separate everybody, to say, hey, look, you got to go in there and smoke. But then there's a great big massive hole in it. It makes no sense. So the smoke just, of course, comes out And that's all we can see on the boats at the moment until we get into the ferry terminal. I'm glad it's stopped raining. I was actually dreading having to walk and try find this place while it was raining and get back here and be absolutely drenched, because not boarding for a few hours, if I knew it was this easy to get back here, I would have stayed at the train museum a lot longer. But I thought, oh, by the time I walk and figure it out, get back there, dry off, get my luggage, you know, I thought it's going to be time to get the ticket, because, and here's the other, the third fault, which is easy fix. I'm travelling with the Japan 21 ferry pass. Fantastic thing. 6 trips over 21 days, 2,100 yen. Fantastic. You have to book all your trips in advance, not a problem. Fantastic. Did that, worked it all out, worked out my itinerary. But when you go pick up your pass and your ticket, and I say ticket, you can only pick up one ticket at a time. So every single time you get off the boat, you have to then line up, fill out the form again, the boarding form for the ferry, show them your pass, show them your passport, get the ticket every single time. Whereas with the Shinkansen, if you've got a JR pass, you just arrive there, show your JR pass, say, okay, I want to catch all these trains, and they give you all the tickets there and then. If they did that with the ferries, it's just something so very simple, isn't it? It would make it a hell of a lot better. So they're sitting, it depends on the ferry. My arm's getting sore, so I'll turn the camera around anyway. It depends on the ferry. Like the first ferry I caught, the only downfall was getting out to the ferry. There was no other problem whatsoever with that ferry. As I say, I didn't smell of cigarettes. It was very smooth, very comfortable. Service was exceptional. So they score 98%. They lose 2% because the travelling out there was a bit of an issue. Might even get, I'll give them 99%. In fact, that's how good they were. So just to fix the travel up, that extra 1%, you know, it's such an easy fix. This ferry that I've been on for 2 days, that I'm now going to be on again for another 2 days, it's the exact same boat I've got off. They score a little lower because of the cigarette smell. The boat seems to be a lot rougher as well, and I don't mean in the water, and it could just be where my bed was, but you really feel the motor. Jerk. Not a bad jerk, but anyway, I mean, I certainly fell asleep with it. I found, in fact, where they put the pillow for you to put your head. If I slept that way, I found that the was really, really bad and posing a problem. If I lay the other end of the bed, which I think was the direction of travel we were travelling in, so that might have helped as well. The blood was sort of rushing from the head then down to the toes, whereas before it was going from the toes to the head. I was a lot more comfortable. I don't know if it's just because of the age of the boat. I don't know if it's because my room was above the engine. You know what I mean. I got no idea. All these trucks are going to go on the ferry. Yes, they will go on our ferry. Now, you might say, well, where, Mark, are the lorry-powered motory things, these things here? Where are they? Why is there only trailers? And that's because they only load the trailers on board. These trucks will be really active a little bit later. And they'll literally hook up all of these, get them on the boat in no time at all. I've never seen in my whole entire life, there's a bus, truck drivers so efficient as what they are here. Bang, they're on. And how they connect up to the trailer so quick is beyond me. You'll see them driving in with the trailer, and a minute later, if that, they're driving out again with no trailer. And then like 2 minutes after that, they're driving back in again with another trailer. It is literally that efficient, but I suppose it has to be because they have a lot to load onto the ferry before it goes. This is it. This is the ferry terminal. I can't believe how close it was. There's a pretty cool bridge behind there you can't see because of that truck. Pardon. That little hole there in the ferry, that's where the trucks come out. One way in, one way out. Something was tickling my nose there. It's these flowers smell. Here's the bus, the 1,000 yen, too expensive bus. Showing you all sorts of transport on my channel, mainly being, of course, trains, trams, ferries. Now you see a bus. There you go. That's a better view of the hole in the back of the ferry. It's not a hole. It's a loading dock. I am very appreciated. I really appreciate you guys watching my videos, because I just like you, I watch lots of YouTube channels, and I go to people's pages, and they're either like really educated, or they read up before they go on cam, and they know the right words for everything, unlike the hole in the boat or the trucky looking thing that pulls the trailers. They actually know what they're talking about, which I don't. So I do thank you, but let's just say that my channel, we speak normal English of the normal man, and I do hope you enjoy the channel anyway. It's a whole lot of fun. If you ever come on holidays with me, we're not going to be talking anything technical either. Let's have a look at this ferry terminal. There's not much here, it's very small. A nice bit of artwork. The bears. Ah, yeah, look, they are. They're grizzly bears. Oh, the babies. Yes, that was me. The lockers, my luggage is in there. They're not designed for a large suitcase and a backpack, as I discovered. So the backpack's slightly squashed. I can't remember what's in my backpack, but whatever's in there is guaranteed to be broken. 300 yen for the day for the biggest locker, down to 100 yen for the smallest locker. You got baby change rooms there. These are the boats that this particular company operates. We're on the middle. Are we on the middle one? No, we're on the end one. The end one looks like ours. Yeah, we're on the M1, the MSK1SO. And there's a model of her. Yeah, posters up here of just Japanese stuff. Information counters. This is where we've got to get our ticket from when they eventually open. And these are the forms you've got to fill in every single time you board, which is a pain. Absolute pain. As mentioned, if you only had to do it once and collect all your tickets, that would be logical. But to do it every single time is annoying. Even when we were at Sendai yesterday, we were at Sendai just for a few hours. I wanted just to get off the boat and just take a couple of photos. I already had a ticket for the boat, so all they could have just simply said was, yep, no worries, hold on to your ticket to get back on the boat. No, you had to fill out forms to say you wanted to leave the boat, and you had to get permission, and it was just a real pain, and you shouldn't need to do that. If you're going to a different country, yeah, I understand, but you're in the same country, just let people off, let tourists off, and spend some money in the region and hop back on again. There's another level. Well, don't know what's up there. So this is where we got off the boat anyway, on this particular level. Or did we? No, we may not have. Yes, we did. Woohoo! We can go outside. Excellent! You can see that big red bridge now. It's a pretty cool looking bridge. And I reckon if we go upstairs, there might even be a better observation deck. As per usual, vending machines, so hot in here. That's where you walk into the boat. Oh, it is really, really hot. This peach drink I highly recommend. Very refreshing. You've also got peach Fanta, and look, it's clear. Oh, I must try one of them. They, clear drinks over here at the moment are very popular. They had clear Coca-Cola last time I came. And for my brain, I go, well, if it's clear, there's no artificial colours or anything in there. So even though it's Coca-Cola, it's got to be healthier. Then you buy one and you drink it and you go, wow, it tastes like Coca-Cola, plays up with the mind. You know, why does it taste like Coke? Oh, it's pretty dark up here. It's the management. And it's no walking up there. Oh, okay, we can't go up there. So you drink the clear Coca-Cola, he says, trying to get his face back on the camera. I'm not quite sure why the camera does that. Then you read the label, and you see there's like 50 billion more chemicals in it to bleach and cover and hide the colour of the Coca-Cola. But it's okay. You're gonna die of something, I guess. Might as well die. If you don't die of the amount of sugar in Coca-Cola, you might as well die from the amount of chemicals in it. Oh, it is so nice out here compared to in there. In there is like a sauna. Absolute sauna. These ferry terminals as well, they're not the greatest of place to hang around. The very first ferry terminal I went to was pretty good. Had some restaurants, some places just to kick back. But here there's nothing. And if they're trying to cater for tourists, you need something. Just a little sit-down area, a little coffee shop. Not vending machines, a little coffee shop where you can buy a cake and a sandwich, maybe get a bit of Wi-Fi happening, and you know, and feel welcome. Might be like that at the other ferry terminals, don't know yet. We've got more to go to, but certainly this one, Sendai, was very, very plain, very ordinary. Don't think there's anything down here of any great note to show you. Dogs and police toilets. And let's go back down again. 3:30 we can get our tickets. 7 o'clock the boat leaves. And here we go. Now I am, for no reason at all, I'm now nitpicking. If the boat leaves at 7 and you can get your tickets at 3:30, you should be able to just board straight away and just kick back and relax. But no, after you get your ticket, you got to sit around. You got to wait for a few hours before you're allowed on the ferry, which is kind of a pain, really. The different style rooms you can get. This is a ferry I'm on at the moment, so you've got the mats. You'll see this in an upcoming video. These are the rooms I was in last night. They upgraded me to a room like this with the television and all. I should have been in this tourist room here. And then the real economy section over there if you want to save a lot of money. 7 o'clock. For our 2-day travel. Yes, 2 days.